For example, if he used to say he used to have a really abusive dad, you can call him later on in the relationship. This is all fake. You can make up a fake story and be like, baby, I just got off the phone with my dad and he was yelling at me.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we got a special episode. Today we learn how to manipulate men for money. Basically, I was sent this video where this girl basically preaches to other women how she gets what she wants, right? Because she's gigabrain. So in order to get what she wants, she lies to men, emotionally manipulates them, fabricates entire stories just to get into their bank account. Basically goes to any extent to extract some form of money from them. So let me put it into perspective, right? Here's an example of what she does. She'll go up to her boyfriend and say, babe, my mom's in the hospital. She has cancer. Can you please pay for her or she'll die? And then the boyfriend pays for it, and except it's not for her mom's cancer, it's for her new designer bag. I don't say this lightly, but this is pretty much the worst role model for all women out there.
Give you girls a little bit more tips on how I manipulate men. And I told you girls, when you first meet a guy, listen to everything they're saying, because you can use their strength and their weaknesses against them. So for example, if they're a businessman and they're constantly bragging about how good they are, their businesses are going, you can say, babe, I know that you're struggling a little bit and I'm not too sure if you can help me out, but A, B, and C, D, this is what I need. They are going to be triggered. They're going to be like, wait, what do you mean, babe? I can help you out. I'm not struggling.
Okay, so she isn't even like unknowingly bad. This woman is like teaching a class out here how to manipulate people. I don't know how you can put out this content and be proud of yourself just ruining an entire generation of women. She added that part about, babe, I'm not struggling financially, but like, what if he was? And like, it doesn't even matter his financial situation. You're tricking him into giving something that getting something that you want. And some would say this is part of a relationship, but I really don't think so. You'll see as she builds on it that she's a complete snake, okay? She's like fake a baby voice so that he feels sympathy for you.
We can do this with their baby voices.
By the way, when people do that baby voice, I cannot stand it, especially if it's fake. Like, if that's your natural voice, sure, okay, whatever. But like, people who fake it, you know, who go from 1 second they're talking normally to 1 second, babe, please. Like, I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry, don't take that out of context, but like, I don't know how to do it, dude. It's so like fake and annoying. I can't stand it.
You are triggering emotion out of them to get something you want. Do you see where I'm coming? And you girls are like so scared. Y'all just have to be bold for this and make it sound very innocent. You do not want to offend him. We can do this with their baby voices. If he's a doctor, you can use his strengths against him. Like, he's super smart. You can say, babe, I know you're just a doctor, but do you know anything about this? He's gonna be like, yeah, just because I'm a doctor doesn't mean I don't know.
That's the most ironic thing I've ever heard. I don't want to offend him, so I'm gonna emotionally manipulate him by using these tactics that I wrote down in my freaking notebook, okay? That is absolutely offending him. You're thinking he's of lesser intelligence than you because you're able to manipulate him like this. You're like, oh, I'm gonna fake a baby voice. Oh, he's a doctor? By the way, if he's a doctor, he's goddamn smarter than you, okay? Also, how would that even work? Like, babe, you're just a doctor. Like, can you help me with this? Like, what is this, like grade school? You know when you have like a crush and then another person's like, oh, I don't understand this, and then that's like the most baseline of this, right? And that's a little bit innocent because you want to have some interaction with the other person, and you see that portrayed in like TV shows and movies all the time. That's fine. But then when you're taking money out of them, that's a bit far, and then you're getting them to do stuff like, isn't a relationship like a two-way street, right? There should be mutual respect and admiration. I mean, I wouldn't know, all right, obviously, but listen, I feel like I have the concepts of what it should be, and it shouldn't be this. Come on. Can I just say, if this person, like, God forbid, this person has a boyfriend, like, whoever she's had, I pity them so much because she's out here teaching a class on how to manipulate men for money. That is just absurd. And like, the fact that you've put this out on the internet, you're never getting a boyfriend again. My God, what is this? And like, she's telling other girls, oh, don't be scared. They're not scared, okay? They just don't want to do scummy things like this. There's nothing to do with being scared of your partner. This is just, hey, I don't want to emotionally blackmail and manipulate my partner, okay?
He will give you full-on details on everything. He'll probably even do research to tell you about this topic. Like, use these guys' strengths to their advantage to get what you want out of them. For example, if he used to say he used to have a really abusive dad, you can call him later on in the relationship. This is all fake. You can make up a fake story and be like, baby, I just got off the phone with my dad and he was yelling at me. And
dude, are you kidding me? She legitimately said take advantage of your partner's trauma. What kind of sadistic person does this? What? So let me just get this straight before I go on an unhinged rant about how wrong you are. So if he has an abusive dad, you want to fake a story about getting abused yourself to get what you want. That is the most messed up thing I've ever heard. Like, what is wrong with you?
Baby, I just got off the phone with my dad and he was yelling at me. And
dude, why is she treating men like they're like NPCs, like they don't exist? Like, she's in like this game, a game of life or whatever, and she's just trying to get what she wants. She doesn't care who she tramples over. A person has an abusive past. Like, having an abusive dad is no joke, okay? That's trauma that stays with you for your entire life, and you'd at least expect your partner to understand and have some compassion for you. But instead they end up like this. What the hell? They just try to manipulate you. Like, imagine how much of a backstab it would feel like that you went through all this trauma and then your partner comes out and says, oh, I went through that same trauma, I'm going through it right now actually. And then you feel like, okay, you relate to them, you're trying to support them, and then later they tell you like, oh, I just made it up because I wanted you to do X thing.
My dad, and he was yelling at me, and he told me like he's not paying my car insurance anymore, and I just don't know what to do. I don't know who to talk to. Do you have any advice?
All right, to everybody in the audience, I'm just gonna give you some life advice here. If you encounter women like this, I don't care who you are, stay 10 trillion light years away from them, please. Also, I don't think you know what a abusive dad is, because it's definitely not paying your car insurance. If I was your dad, I ain't paying your car insurance because you're out here online teaching women how to manipulate men. It's so blatantly disgusting. How do you live with yourself?
Now that he has that kind of connection with you and the dad relationship with his, he is going to step up and he's going to be like, well, babe, how much is it? How much is it? You know, like, are you okay? Yada, yada. It's all a big ass mind game.
Well, it's not though, is it? It's a mind game for you because you have all these strategies written down and you're trying to get ahead in the game of life, but somehow putting yourself 500 years back because you're acting like a complete degenerate. One of the things in life to strive for, beyond money, fame, or whatever, a partner or whatever, is having good values, because that already puts you in the top tier of humankind, because clearly a lot of humanity is quite rotten, as I can see from this video. Like, you say it's a mind game as if this is not going to affect him at all. The fact that his partner is talking about previous trauma and using it to get the better of him. You think that wouldn't affect him at all? You think that a person taking advantage of, you just basically just stealing money from him? Because if you're making up a story and you're completely lying about it, you are effectively stealing money from him, right? You think that's not going to affect him at all in like future relationships? You think they're not going to stay with him for the rest of his life? Usually when I say this, I don't really mean it, but you are a loser, okay? This is loser behavior, L.
Yeah, use their strengths against them, their weaknesses against them. And even when I was telling you girls, like in the beginning, just listen to everything they're saying so you have an idea on who you're really talking to, how the way you can talk to them. Because it's just like very like reverse psychology. Think about it. You tell somebody they're not going to do something, they're going to do something to prove to you that they can, especially if they can do it.
I mean, the way you're portraying it is that men are like very, very stupid and they're just going to fall for any trap you lay on them. Which, okay, if it's a smart man, he'll stay away from you. But what if it's just a nice guy, a naive guy, right? It's not really his fault that he came into contact with such a horrid person just trying to manipulate him all the time. It's not that he's stupid, it's that he doesn't even believe, it doesn't even come to his mind that people could be this toxic.
And like, remember I told you girls, oh, boost the out of their ego. The reason why I tell you girls to do that is because I want you girls to break their ego before you ask for something. So let's say before you ask for a phone or something to get paid, you can be like, babe, back then, did they have phones? so you can remind him that you're the prize and he's older than you.
Okay, I'm slowly starting to understand what type of a person this is, you know, just dating older men to get all the money extracted out of them. Like, you guys know when guys go on those movements that I won't date anyone ever, I don't like any women at all, and I'm just like, what drives you to that? Why are you so hateful like that? And it's probably women like this, to be honest, and I'm kind of starting to get it. I'm like, okay, this is why they're so angry, dude. She's acquired all these bad values and this like snake knowledge, and she's teaching it to everybody else.
So you can remind him that you're the prize and he's older than you.
Also, I hate to burst your bubble, but you are not a prize. You are everything the opposite of a prize is. You're a turd. I'll call you Amber Turd right now. Also, I find it fascinating that you're so devious, so smart, right? And so like knowledgeable about things. You can cook up these strategies to cheat men out of their hard-earned, you know, work, but then you yourself can't work at all. You're like, why do you have to cheat a guy out of an iPhone and make him buy it for you when you can go get a job and work and get it the honest way? What is your problem? Like, you're just admitting that you're inferior to men because you're just like, you have to leech everything off of them and take advantage of their good qualities. All right, listen, it's not my job to raise people right, okay? I'm just a YouTuber. I just talk about topics I see. But then there's 40% girls watching according to analytics, so please never become like this, all right? You're okay, sure, you might get a few material possessions, but is it really worth it when you're becoming a complete scumbag? Like, no, there's so many better ways to go about getting things you want. Here's a thought: maybe treat him with love and kindness, and you will get love and kindness in return.
He's gonna be like, oh, you know, yeah, this is that, and then you can ask him for something because now he's reminded, oh, she's the pretty girl here, I'm the one, you know, she's the prize. Gotta put these guys in check sometimes.
Oh yeah, obviously you're the prize because all the guys in the world are fighting over you. I really don't believe you're gonna get a single guy if they've seen this video. I mean, you're gonna have to find a guy who doesn't watch your stuff because the second anybody shows him that, they're gonna break up with you. Anyways, this video pissed me off a lot. I wanted to share it with you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Smash like. Bye-bye.